Scoot your fuzzy butt. Good morning, everyone, and welcome on into the Adventure Network. I'm your host, as always, Crafty Fox, and good morning to Kagan and Games with Jewel. A good morning to a Winter Wolf and a Batman. A good morning to Pixie Makes Things and Roy the Dragon. Welcome on in, and good morning to Argon, and welcome on in. Good morning to Ugly Stoat. Before I hit stuffy, nah. Never Ugly Stoat. But no, the goal for today is to complete Clair Obscur, which I am with the consensus of chat with finally beating Simon yesterday. Oh my goodness. With finally beating Simon yesterday, I don't think we're going to have any issues in today's stream. I still don't think we'll get the final boss first try, because that is unrealistic for a potato like me. But I do fully expect us to finish the game today. Oh, we're gonna mess around with this new map on ducks for a few minutes while I wait for coffee and negotiate. Oh, that's adorable. There's a little hot spring. And I want to open that door, but I don't know how to open that door. Anyway, if you haven't noticed, we've got a new duck map here. There is a new map for plastic ducks out called Virtual Thermopylae. So we are, of course, checking this out today. It's always fun to have a new map on ducks. No new ducks that I saw. Unless it's a special event duck. I just saw that there was a new map, and I'm like, oh, it's $1.50? I'll grab it. The person who says that she never buys DLC, I have pretty much gotten every single plastic duck DLC the day that it came out, because it's plastic ducks. Enough said. Enough said. I cannot complain about this game taking my money because it's adorable. I would not trade it for anything. Oh, famous last words. I wonder how hard the ending will be like. Do we think 2 through 2? Well, you know what? You know what I have been told, Ugly Stoat? I have been told repeatedly that Simon is the hardest boss in the entire game. So the fact that we took Simon down means the rest of this is going to be a cakewalk. We are going to make one side trip before we go take on Renoir, though. We have to go back to the Gestrel Village really quick, because I realize now when he says journals, he's talking about the expedition journals. So I should have another 20 Color of Luminous waiting for me at the Gestrel Village. But after that, we're done. Like, we're going to go visit the Gestrel Village really quick, and then we're going to head back up to Paintress, and we're going to take out Renoir. So, I don't know how long this will take today. I very much expect that we will probably wrap this up in a couple of hours. And then we'll have to figure out what to do for the rest of the stream, or maybe I'll just make today a short stream. Because the last 2 days have been longer streams because I wanted to take out Simon and finish up all those side quests. So we'll see. And also, I am sad that you are sick of Fortnite, Batman. And you are quite welcome, Games with Jewel. You are quite welcome, my friend. Make sure if there's extra time. Honestly, I might make it a short stream today. I'll go Stoat. I might make today a short stream because I went long on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I fully expect to Falcon Punch Renoir like halfway across the continent. Like, seriously. I think Renoir is going to get Falcon Punched halfway across the continent after today. I am done with his shenanigans. Simon was the end. There can be only one, and it was not Simon. Yeah, and that makes sense, Batman. That totally makes sense. Alright, Norma, you're not being very interesting. There's not enough ducks on the pond yet to really make this super interesting. There are not enough ducks here yet to make this super interesting. I do like the look of this new world, though, and I kind of want to see... I kind of want to see one of the ducks go down the slide. I'm not sure how they get down the slide. Like, the duck would have to drift that way. Duck would very much have to drift that way to go down the slide, but we just don't have enough ducks yet. Yeah, pretty much. This is my canvas. Yeah, exactly, Winterwolf. Exactly. I'll say this, though. I will say this. It is highly likely that we might revisit Clair next year. Like, I don't tend to replay games, like, back-to-back. Like, I'll finish the game, and then we'll put it on the back burner for a bit. But I fully expect that I probably will do a second playthrough of Clair at some point. Ooh, that's a good game, Games with Jewel. Temtem Swarm is a lot of fun. I have not played enough of that one. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what we'll boot up after this. Maybe we'll do a little bit of Temtem Swarm after this. Or I could always pop in my Switch. And you all can watch me flounder around in Vamp Survivors for a little bit. But yeah, whatever we end up doing, depending on how long this morning takes, it's going to be chill. Like, anything that happens after Clair is going to be, thank you, a definite decompression. Because Clair. Because Clair. Like, oh my god. That honestly fried me for the rest of the day yesterday. Like, I got done with Simon, and I was just, like, potato brain for the rest of the afternoon. Like, that, you wouldn't think that a video game would take a lot out of you, but just, I was mentally exhausted after that fight. Like, 100% mentally exhausted after that fight. That was ridiculous. That would be fun. That would be fun, Games with Jewel. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it depends completely on how long this takes. 100% completely depends on how long this takes. And then, God, I have to laugh, chat. My goal was to start spooky season next week. We're probably not starting spooky season next week. I've got, well, we might, I don't know. I thought you've been riding the adrenaline high for an hour or so before crashing. I think part of the problem, Argon, was the fact that I went to the gym right after stream yesterday. And whatever adrenaline high I had got worked out of me on the elliptical yesterday. There's no joke. I got done with stream yesterday. Like, went and ranted to zero for about 10 minutes. Threw on my gym clothes, went to the gym, hit the elliptical hard, and then came home and had dinner. And I think by the time I got home, I was just, like, over that adrenaline high. I don't know. I mean, I basically spent most of yesterday in a fight or flight situation. So I guess once the adrenaline wore off, I just crashed hard. Regardless, though, that is a Feather and Crafty's gaming cap. Because I honestly thought that I would never finish Clair. I thought I would never get, the hang of the whole parry dodge mechanic thing, and I thought that this would just be a crap show of me repeatedly dying to things. But that journey that we have gone through with Clair, compared to the first day I played to now, like, I went back and watched some of that last Simon fight. Yeah, it was. It really was. When I went back and watched that last Simon fight, I realized that I was doing like 16 parries in a row, and not parries, dodges, because I gave up on parrying after a while. I was doing like 16, 18 dodges in a row, and having probably about 80 to 85% of them being perfect dodges. Now, granted, I'm on story mode, so that dodge window is a little bit wider, but dang. Dang. Yeah, that last Simon fight, I actually might clip that last Simon fight. It's a little too long to put up as a YouTube short, but I might put up that last Simon fight as a separate, I might put the last Simon fight up as a separate video, because that last Simon fight, you can hear it in my voice of just, I'm absolutely terrified of doing the wrong thing again. And just that moment of silence when I finally got him down. And it's just quiet. Or that same Windows pair. You know what? I'll be honest, yes. I'll be honest, Argon. I might actually re-challenge Simon again. Not today. Good God, not today. We are not challenging him again today. But in the future, I might challenge Simon again just to see if I actually can parry that jerk. Because by the end of all of that, after so many rounds of doing it, I was getting pretty good and maybe I could parry him. Like, that'd be crazy. And also, welcome on in, Mind the Matter, and Darius. Welcome in. How are you doing? How did the Simon fight go? I didn't get to catch the whole thing. Well, through the encouragement of chat here, Mind the Matter, I think I'm going to make a separate video for Simon. It took me 6.5 hours to beat him. Now, I don't know how long we spent mucking around and retooling the characters or getting missing Pictos and going back to the Gestural Village and fighting Golgra with Minoko because I need a little bit of a break. So I would say it probably took me about 4.5 hours. Well, we'll say 4. It took me about 4 hours to beat Simon. But the final Simon battle was epic. The final Simon battle was absolutely epic, Mind the Matter. I kept the last 3 attempts at Simon. I don't think I tweaked much with the characters, like we just did it. The last 3 fights were just a balancing act of how close can I get him to 40% before he does the expedition wipe thing. And it was just this balancing game of like, when do I break him? When do I not break him? Am I close enough to 40% that one more Mael Gramage hit will kill him? And there was genuine fear before I did that last Gramage going, if this doesn't do enough damage, I have to do a second fight with the girls. If this does enough damage, then we're done. And it was right on that line. Like, I would love to know exactly how much health he had left to see how close I was. Because I would not be surprised if that last hit from Mael was only like a couple hundred within his health. I cut it so close. But we did it. We did it without going into phase 3. Like, we pushed him past phase 3. We went from phase 2 directly to dead, which is what I was trying to do. I just think it's funny because we spent all that time getting Ciel and Lune set up to be my backup fighters, and then I ended up not needing them. It was worth it, though. Like, that Simon fight was worth it. Oh, you think I did 2 mil overkill? It's quite possible, Aragon. It is quite possible. And honestly, I would rather have a 2 mil overkill than just being right on that line. Oh, they're going into the hot spring. But yeah, I'm totally okay with there being a 2 mil of overkill. Like, just... And that end cutscene with Simon and then reading his journal entry, it was just... It was good. It was good. And also, I see that stream streak there, Firewing. Welcome on in, Firewing. Welcome in. Yeah, no, I really was. That was 100% me saying, not today, Satan. Like, And you know what's funny is I could have stopped. Like, I was getting really frustrated by the end of Strem yesterday because I'm like, I'm so close. The cookie is right there within reach. And then it's getting pulled away from me at this last second every time. And it's just that last one, I'm like, if I don't get it now, I'm not going to get it. Like, that last Simon fight, I'll be honest with you, Chad. I had already decided if that last Simon fight that we did yesterday, if I hadn't won that one, we would have just gone to credits today and I would have just not done Simon. Like, I was done with that fight. by the end of stream yesterday. I was just getting too frustrated, and maybe you all could have convinced me to do it again, but we got him though, and that's the important thing. I was so determined. Oh, I was, and that's. Oh, there's a door. Oh, the door opened. Oh, look at the little sauna. Oh, that is so cute. Look at the little sauna. I want to know what the cat is doing right now. You know, much like every other plastic duck level, I wonder if there's hidden secrets. I wonder if there's hidden secrets in this. It totally is, too. Haha, look at that. Beat Simon, this is your treat. Yeah, pretty much. Today is going to be a treat. So there's a secret here. There's a secret here in this level, because of course there is. We'll have to figure out what that is at some point. Oh, hold on. What's this? Okay. Oh, plastic duck sim. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, wow. He put a lot, or the dev put a lot of secrets in this level. Look at all this. Okay, so I can't look at the displays. But I wonder when this goes into night, I wonder if you look up at the sky, it's going to give you like a little secret or something. There's got to be a reason there's a skylight here. Because we've got a star chart, we've got some Greek symbols, and then we got a rotating thing over there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to play this and like look at the night sky. Because I bet you it's going to be a constellation right here that we have to enter. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats, Games with Jewel. Congrats. Oh. But yeah, we're going to do a couple more minutes of ducks. And don't worry, we'll be doing more ducks now that there's a new level to play in. You'll definitely be doing more ducks now that there's a new level to explore. And I am curious about that constellation thing. But yeah, today we are going to roll credits on Clair. 100% credits on Clair today, and then after that, depending on how long it takes, we might muck around with something else for a little bit, like maybe go back to the Digimon Time Stranger demo, because I haven't really done a lot more with that since we played on stream the other day. Or I'm thinking if we finish up Clair by like noon or 1 o'clock, I might just end a little early today. Because I think I've earned an early stream as a treat. I think I've earned an early ending to a stream as a treat. And then tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to be doing. Like, I don't know if I'm going to pull down the spinning wheel to do some spin. I don't know if we're going to do some chill knit or crochet. We'll do something. We'll do something tomorrow, though. I don't feel like breaking out a model kit since we just did a Lego. So maybe we'll do a little bit of knit or crochet or spin. But yeah, housekeeping-wise, I was going to start Spooky Stream last week. Or not last week. Next week, I was going to start Spooky Stream. But there might be a review stream on Monday. We'll put it that way. There will most likely be a review stream on Monday. I just have to review the information that I have to sign. Oh, lordy. But no, I'm hoping that next week we'll be able to start at least one session of Voices of the Void. I was actually considering maybe doing Voices of the Void today after we finished up Clair, and I'm like, no. I don't want to start Voices of the Void without a full stream ahead of me. And also, welcome on in, Mer. Welcome in. But no, depending on how long this takes, we might end early, or we might just dive into some Digimon Time Stranger or something as a treat. And yeah, I know. We missed crafting the last couple of weeks, no, but it's been for a good cause. It's been for a good cause. And now that Claire is done, um now that Claire is done, we're gonna have a little treat next week as well. It's been something that I have been configuring in the background and making sure it all works and stuff for a couple of weeks now, and I think I'm finally ready to pull the string on that and release the Kraken. I think we're finally ready to release the Kraken, so next week is going to be fun. No, I'm not stalling a little bit here. See what I mean? You see those stars? I bet. Fly me to the moon. Such a good song. Well, let's see if my hunch is right. It doesn't look like it's go. Hold on. Referring to what you release next week. So now I'm trying to see what that reference is, Ugly Stoat. Fly me to the moon, referring to what you will release next week. I'm not doing anything moon related next week, not that I'm aware of. The tutorial stage is kind of necessary. Oh, yeah. Well, and that's kind of why I want to do just an entire stream dedicated to Voices of the Void. And I know it's going to be more than one stream. We're going to do a couple streams of Voices to the Void. So I might have been wrong about this.
Lizard.
Yes, lizard. I might have been wrong about the star chart here. Oh, buddy. Furhaven thing released. Welcome on in, Lincoln Mail. Welcome in. But yeah, I did make the channel. I just haven't put up a I did put a channel into the Discord. I just haven't labeled it yet. Check this out. What do we have? Furhaven Adventures. Ooh. This looks cool, Ugly Stoat. .5e campaign book. Ooh. That's the same person that did the art for Fuzzy Mage Fight. I recognize that art style. That's totally the person that did the art for Furry Mage Fight. Really fun game. I wish I had more to play. A sky thingy? No, it's not a sky thingy. Not a sky thingy. Doing good. Gonna meet up with someone. Oh, that's awesome, Lincoln Mail. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that one more, Ugly Stoat. But that totally looks like the same artist that did the Fuzzy Mage Fight art. There's a very distinct art style that person has. Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong about this. I don't think looking at the sky is the constellations. I think it's a duck. Because there is a duck that is constellations. We just have to find him. And probably wait for him to show up in the pond, too. Small duck, hog. Not a duck. Little Dip. I bet you it's one of the constellations on Little Dip. So we're going to have to wait until Little Dip spawns in the pond. See, I'm thinking the symbols maybe first. I don't know. It's an excellent question, Argon, and I honestly don't know. This is a really pretty map, though. Even if we don't figure out the secret of the map, it's still super pretty. Well, that's fascinating. Why is one of the symbols lit up? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Pisces, whatever that one is. Herb, square, Pisces. Okay. And yeah, no, this is ducks. This is ducks, Theo. This is a new map in ducks. Okay. It is very interesting. Because ducks does like doing stuff like this where they'll give you little puzzles to figure out. But I don't know what the puzzle is. Don't know what the puzzle is, and frankly don't care because we've got to finish Clair today, so I cannot sit here and poke ducks all day. We cannot sit here and poke the ducks all day. I have Clair to play. We do have a Clair Obscur to finish. 100%. We have a Clair to kill the short goose game. You're not wrong. You're not wrong with the mail. All right. But that said, friends, we have hit the half-hour mark. I've given time for people to come in. Oh boy, we're gonna dive into Clair now, and we'll pick this up on Monday. Now the question is, who do I delete? You have to delete one of these older ones. We got Infinity Cool, we got Rooftop 1%, and both of those have almost the right amount of ducks in them. So I guess we'll get rid of this Infinity Cool. Yep. I wish they gave you more than 5 save slots. Or 6 save slots, rather. Oh boy. Alright, am I ready for this? Am I ready for this? I don't know. Are we ready for the final episode of Clair? I'm going to cry, chat. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good, Lav. Although I saw that they were having a bunch of problems on Dune this morning. So you might want to wait a couple of hours just to see if they can get all that sorted out. But yeah, I get that. Hoping to get some Dune done tonight. We'll see how Friday I am after Clair. Or maybe that's what we'll do after Clair, is maybe we'll hop into Dune for a few minutes and I'll go do like a spice run or something. That might be fun. Assuming my Dune works. $85 hours, chat. We've been in this world for 85 hours. This is the longest game I have played in a hot minute. This is straight up the longest game that I have played in a hot minute.
Indeed. Life is more colourful with no...
Maybe we could stop by the Gestural village for a little.
That would...
Hold on, his dialogue changed. Miss Noko, don't you?
Indeed. Life is more colourful with Noko by my side.
Maybe we could stop by the Gestural village for a little bit. We need more supplies anyway.
We are going there, actually.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, I need to do that too, Lav. I need to do that too. Although, fun fact, I heard that the old base, the big base, actually has a safe flower sand spot.
No poetry lately.
I'm not really inspired these days.
Let's see if SKA has more of that.
Alright, so you don't have new dialogue.
What will you do when this is all over? I'm having trouble imagining you living a normal life in Louisiana.
Yeah, exactly, Ugly Stoat.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can live in a city anymore. I don't know. What about you?
Well, since we mere mortals can't leave this canvas, Mael has kindly offered to paint the outside world for me,
Nice.
so I can see
Do you mean...
a painting inside this painting.
That's cool.
Is there anyone special you'd want Mael to bring back?
Yeah, and all the expeditioners I travelled with. It'd be nice to tell them... we made it.
I wonder if he's talking about Simon.
Yes.
And... to explain... things I never got a chance to explain.
I wonder if he's talking about Simon. Now that we've gotten to that point, I wonder if he was talking about Simon. An interesting thought there, Miss Crafts. There's nothing else to do now. It's kind of bittersweet, you know? We've spent so much time in this world getting to know these characters. I'm gonna be genuinely kind of sad when all this is over. It's kind of like coming home from a really good vacation. Like, you're happy that you're home, but you're also kind of sad that it's over. Alright, well, let's go to the Gestural Village. We're gonna hit up the Gestural Village one last time. It's just straight south. Hit up the Gestural Village one last time. See if we can't find Noko, so Monoko can say hi. And see if we can't get more Color Luminous. Not that we really need them anymore. But yeah, today is either going to be very quick or will take most of the day. Either going to be very, very quick to wrap all of this up, or it's going to take most of the day today.
Flashing through the sky.
How do I think I just flew right past the Gestural Village? Oh, you're not there yet. You're heading there.
Through the sky.
Not sure if from middle 11 crosscode just got invited to a guild in Sandfall level 21. No, no. You really can't be over leveled in crosscode Laugh because the game auto adjusts for your level and all that from the research I did.
Through the sky.
I went right past the Gestural Village because I'm a potato. No, from what I read, because I looked into if I needed to level farm in crosscode, the game is pretty good about scaling. So you're always at right about the right level you need to be. The only real level farming I have heard you need to do in crosscode is to get items if you want to buy like equipment and stuff, and money. Sometimes you need to money farm. Now, I question where Noko is, because he should be by Golgra. I would think that he'd be in here in the chef's house by Golgra. She is his caretaker. Yeah, we're in the Gestural area. I just need to find Noko. He's got to be in here somewhere. There he is. Hi, buddy. Oh, hello. Noko has lost a significant portion of his memories. Memories he will never recover. Oh, Monoko. That's heartbreaking. Oh, it auto switches to Monoko. Aww. That's sad. And yeah, fortunately we don't need to do any EXP farming. We're just kind of tying up a couple loose threads before we go take on Renoir. Because after beating Simon yesterday, I don't think there's anything in this game that can stand up to me. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Dark Gestural Arena, Banu Varma, and we don't need to do that. To thank himself once he's had his turn at the Sacred River. Gift for your travels. What'd you give me?
Viva.
Oh, she'll be so happy. Okay, what did he just give me? I have no idea what he just gave me. I didn't see an item. What did he give me? Oh, he gave me a lot of color luminas. That's what he did. Nice. Alright, where is a flag? Not that I really need to do this anymore. But yeah, Banu Varma, we finished the Simon fight yesterday. So I'm not really worried about level farming at this point. We're just done. If I can take on Simon, we're just done at this point. I have defeated Mr. Simon. We're done. But let's go ahead and get everyone up to... What is that? Going to be 136. Let's just get them up to 300, I guess. Get everybody up to 300, and then we'll see about other stuff. Okay, so everyone gets 9. Give Minoko 10. Give Verso 10. And Mael gets the balance. Alright, so let's see what pittance I can give them for those little extra luminas. I got 24 Lumina. What else can I give him? Really... I probably should put Mael's burn build back on, you think? I probably should put her burn build back on. I don't know, though. I'm like... Why? Why was that turned on, Mael? You don't need that. They're already at 100% critical. You don't need that. That we do need. What ridiculousness can I give him for 30? Because at this point, I really don't need to do anything. No, I can't use Healing Parry. They're inverted. Also, if I need help, I will ask for it. I want to give him for 30 points. They can't be healed. They're inverted. Healing ends very, very poorly when they're inverted. Plus, they've also got confidence on them, which also means they can't be healed. Alright, let's look at Mael first. No. I'm going to put Mael's burn build back on, because that was doing nice things for me. Sure. Well, actually, no, we don't need critical burn. We don't need death bomb anymore. Actually, we don't need burning death either. We've still got burning death on them. Auto rush, confident fire, death bomb. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. Our characters should not be dying nearly as much as they were in the last session. Oh wow, did I take burning death off everybody? Yeah. I'm stalling right now. Because I both want to and do not want to finish the game right now. I both want to and do not want to finish the game. I will be freely admitting this. Let's give them warm up again. I'm definitely stalling. 100% stalling. Guess we'll give you That doesn't help because you can't heal. Yeah, there's really nothing I can give these guys that's going to do much. Because at this point, they're so OP. Sure, we'll give you longer powerful. Why not? Can I give that to Mael too? Well, yeah. Oh, and I get that. I get that, Jindal. I mean, I budgeted all of today. All of today is budgeted to doing this. And I am freely stalling right now. I will freely admit that I am stalling right now. Yeah, I'm well aware of that, Banu Varma. I am well aware that I unlocked New Game Plus. Sure. Should probably give that to Minoko, too. Because he does apply burn as well. Sure, why not? We'll give Empowering Parry. Why not? I have defeated everything, Varma. And I will point out that that would have been a spoiler if I had not already defeated her, so be careful. Give you that. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Sure, we'll give you that. Why not? I like more gradient charges. That isn't really good for him. From Archives and Crosscode, like I'm always good at pulling one for G. Nice. I'm not surprised that there's something like that. The only thing I miss with playing Crosscode on Switch is that I am, I don't get the achievements and stuff like you're getting. Oh, there's got to be something I can give him for 10 points that'll be fun. There'll be something I can give you for 10 points. I can always give you more AP. Why not? Well, come on in, Cog. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? We're just mucking around right now. I am 100% mucking around right now. Because I can, and I'm stalling. But this is the only thing I can do right now. Alright. That's it. The final 70 Lumas have been assigned. Let's go poke Renoir. Let's go poke the big bad. And we'll see how ridiculously over-leveled we are. And we'll see how fast these trash mobs go down. See how fast the trash mobs go down. This will either be hilarious with how fast these things die, or it will be sad because I'm not as OP as I think I am. Where is Renoir? Where are you, buddy? All the way down there. Yeah, let's go indeed. Let's go indeed. As we're getting into the final section, though, chat, remember, this is my first playthrough. And if I need help, I will ask for it. So, no spoilers. If I want help, I will ask. I feel like there should be something in there. Oh, I'm sure. I am sure that this is going to be a hilarious endeavor of me just owning the crap out of Renoir. Oh, can I fight that? Hold on, can I fight this? No, I'm not stalling. Not at all. Can I fight it? Oh, come on. Why can't I fight these guys? Really? Oh, come on. I want to fight you. Rude.
Hang on
However, we didn't
tight.
do this.
Useful.
No, Crafts, you're not going to do that. Come on. Come on, girl. Go meet your maker. Both literally and figuratively, go meet your maker. Alright, come on, Crafts. Stop stalling.
Lizard.
And yes, lizard. You're not even heading the right way. Go the right way, girl.
Hang on tight.
He did, Daichi. He did. Quite spectacularly. It was a very long, drawn-out fight to get him down, but we finally got the balance right, and we killed him. And I actually was chatting with people at the start of Strem, and I think we are going to flip that fight and put that up as its own like little vignette video, because that last fight was epic. Here we go. Here we go.
Wait for us here. It's dangerous for you near Papa. We'll have to move fast. I can't maintain them for very long.
Oh, cool. And the army of the dead. Army of the dead.
Tomorrow comes.
Tomorrow's here. This is so epic. Thank God Verso is not in his Speedo right now. Oh, dude, what? Oh, the music! Yes! So, do I even have to fight things, or can I just run? I can't save. Okay, fine.
Expeditioners are glorious wreakers of havoc.
The sword of Lumiere.
Huh. Sword of Lumiere. Interesting.
What have we here?
A lot of goodies on the ground. I'm surprised.
Nice.
An awful lot of color luminous, I might point out. there. What if this area is actually like timed? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Zero. Oh, we get to fight something. Uh-oh. You might need to restart your computer and maybe verify files, Lav, because that's kind of scary.
Diary.
Oh, delightful. Delightful. Also, again, I will give the friendly reminder of if I need help, I will ask for it. And if you do a spoiler in chat, you will be banned. That is your one and only cautionary warning. Do not spoil this for me, I will ban you. So I'm assuming, yeah, that might be the way to do it. That might be the way to do it. I had to do that with an app on my phone recently.
Diary. Yeah. On fire.
Perfectly normal trash can. Uh-huh, I'm sure. Right, now we go uppies. Y'all being silly. Oh, dude, the music change? What? This is so cool. Like, legit, this is really cool. Nor being dorky, Chad. You're all adorkable, you know this. Also, this is why it's gonna take me longer to get through this, is because I keep wandering around. Oh, this is the beginning of the game. Yeah, this is the start where we met Sophie. I wonder what happens if I get all the way to the end.
Well, that will help.
Oh. Also, I think that is one of my favorite monsters in this game, is those creation things. So definitely worth coming back here and getting that pick, though. Not that I'm going to equip it right now. We've got a good thing going with what is on our characters currently. I'm not going to mess around with it, although that power picko is going to be nice. Right, so that was worth backtracking for. Now let's actually advance. One thing I do want to do, though, is let's have Minoko not be in a swimsuit for this. Like, I know that's kind of my lucky costume, but that's silly. There. Gotta pee. I think this is the spot that I met Mael. Woo! Lightning! And again, the music. My God. Well, hopefully good drama, Cassidy. Hopefully nothing crazy is going on right now. I'd be sad.
The 32s.
Oh, dude. I have to fight expeditioners? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, Cassidy. Big hugs to you, my friend. Bad drama is bad drama, and I am sorry about that. Big hugs to you, my friend. And a new weapon. I wonder if that was Ciel's parents.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm very, very overpowered. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. That means we can enjoy the ending of the game without struggle. I am not upset that we get to enjoy the ending of this without a big old struggle of how are we going to beat this game. Oh, this music! Dude! Alright, screw running. I'm not running anymore. I want to enjoy this music.
Fiery.
Yeah. 100% she just deletes things.
From fire.
Poor Versa was like, do I get to play? Poor Versa was like, do I get to play? Yeah, I'm not gonna run anymore. I'm enjoying this music way too much. I don't want to rush this. And I also don't want to miss anything.
Perfect.
They're giving you a lot of goodies here. Oh, the music is so epic. Like, this is how the end of a game should feel. This is how the ending of a game should feel. It should be epic and cinematic and just gorgeous. Of course, now I have to find my way out of this area. And I am a potato, but that's probably where I need to go. Oh, I know. Alright, this is backtracking. So, going uppies was not the correct decision. We do want to go down into the courtyard, but where's the exits? Is that an exit? No. Get lost in a wet paper bag. We've established this. There we go. Yeah, and again, final warning, I have said if I need help, I will ask for it. Let me talk it out and figure things out. Me getting lost is half the fun of this stream. I know what I'll be listening to the rest of the day today is I'm finally going to listen to the little soundtrack. What song? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Cassidy. I do know, though, that this, the entire soundtrack for this game is on Bandcamp. And I keep forgetting on Bandcamp Fridays, but I do want to buy the soundtrack for this.
Your father. He's at the tower.
Ooh.
Yes. I am.
On. Yeah. And worth every second. I mean, I'm glad that you all figured out and know the name of that song from the Simon fight, because We Lost might be my favorite track. At least my favorite track with vocals. Isn't it beautiful here? Her paintings are always astonishing. Yet, I wish she would understand. Understand what? Just what it means to me to paint. What do you mean? Boy has gone silent. You know, I'm going to say this again. I am going to say this again. I have a strong suspicion that these faded portraits or these faded kids are Verso. Like, I've had that suspicion tickling the back of my brain for a while. I have a feeling that those faded kids are Verso. Just the way they talk. The Unvia Pantre. It could very well could be.
Perfect.
Charging stun. That's handy, although I don't really stun targets a lot. It does. It really does. Yeah, welcome on in, Bunny Fist. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? God, this is so cool. This is so cool.
Great.
Okay. So October 3rd then. Put a Hello. Put a reminder in your phone, Zero, that we need to buy the soundtrack on October 3rd. Are you okay? Why? No. We'll come back to that. I think that's where we're supposed to be going, so we need to go exploring a little bit before we go there. Oh, fudge! I forgot to change that. Thank you. I forgot to change my stream title. Why I just set it and then not change it. Work exhausted, but kind of... Yeah, it's fair. That is totally fair. Alright, let's try that again. Once more with feeling, now that I have the correct stream title. Oh, okay, good. Your Steam files must have gotten corrupted, Lab, which is scary. But I'm glad that you were able to fix it with a re-download.
What have we here?
No, I am very glad that you got that working. And thank you also, Melina, for poking me about the stream title. I totally forgot to change it. You know, I'm genuinely curious. Can I just annihilate them with a normal attack? Oh.
This will hurt.
Really? Oh god. Oh no! Oh no. I don't even have to use abilities. I can just whomp them with my normal attacks. Whack again? That would be fun. I mean, I know there's Escape from Duckov coming out soon. There is an Escape from Duckov game coming out. Alright, so it's a loop. Oh man, I don't like that. You know, we were making that joke about, you know, that it's getting serious when a song has lyrics. Even worse when the lyrics are in a different language from English or Japanese. You know what's the absolute worst? When the music stops. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, Bunny Fist. Now, what are you guarding?
Let's spill some ink.
I can't believe I'm one-shotting these with a normal attack. Yeah, exactly, Cassidy. Exactly. I am enjoying Final Fantasy. I am very much enjoying it, Papa Taters. Caution though, Papa Taters. If you have not played this before, this is the end of the game.
Good stuff.
We are taking on, well, we're on the cusp of the final fight. So if you don't want spoilers, now is not the time to be here. And I totally understand if you bug out. And that goes for anybody out there in Chatlandia. That if you don't want to see the ending of the game, now is the time. Oh my god, that'd be a great name for a song. JRPG. Yes, exactly, Zero. You know, you've been getting so much mileage out of that joke. Renoir, I feel for your soul. You're just gonna get owned, Renoir. Ooh, 75% increased counterattack damage. Yeah. Actually, might throw that on. We'll see. I might not need to. At this point, I kind of don't want to change anything on these characters because they're just yes. My characters are just yes at this point. Oh, chat. Raise a paw. Raise a paw if you want me to beat the final boss in a swimsuit.
An advantage.
I put everyone in suits. That's 2 people. 3 people. Right up, I didn't really mess with me in playing Silk Song. That's fair. Nice, Papa Taters. Nice. Oh, God. All right, so I guess we're going to fight Renoir in a Speedo. You must... Oh, man. So Banu Varma is the only person that doesn't want me to do this in a swimsuit. All right, fine. Fine. We'll do it in a swimsuit. Oh, do I have her swimsuit, though? Poor Mael might be the only person in a normal outfit. No, she's got a swimsuit, too. I'm sorry, Banu. You're outvoted, my friend.
The Opera House.
I would prefer not to do it in a swimsuit, to be honest, because it's going to take a lot away from the cutscene. We'll We'll split the difference here, friends. I will run around in a swimsuit for a few minutes, but I'm on the mindset of I want the end cutscene to look cool, and it's not going to look cool if I'm in a swimsuit. This is funny, but I kind of want the...
Advantage.
We all remember the fight with Aline, and I was in a swimsuit. It really did take a lot away from the end cutscene. We all remember the fight with Aline. Ooh! Ooh! Hold on. Ooh! I like your idea, Argon. I like your idea of doing it all in white. That's gonna look awesome. Well, come on in, anime kid. How are you doing today? Clair suffered much damage. There's something in the water. Ask SK to bring it to the surface. Interesting. I know, he doesn't have a head. A lot of things don't have heads in this game. So, what are you bringing to me, SK? Oh, it's a journal! Legendary expedition known for its unorthodox tactics?
William, Expedition 60. They mocked us when we said the human body is the strongest of them all.
What?
We trained relentlessly, and now our bodies have achieved the pinnacle of human performance, with which we are able to crush our enemies. We are so much more agile and aerodynamic without the heavy uniforms constraining our glorious muscles. With Leslie's unstoppable training regime, we are impervious. That's how we were able to charge through that ghostly Gamage barrier and reach the Paintress. But it seems we've been wrong about what she is. The Paintress is just as trapped as we. The real terror lies beneath the monolith. The rest of Expedition 60 marched on to confront him, while I was tasked to warn Lumiere. But it seems I might have run out of time. One last swim separates me from Lumiere, but even with my mighty muscles, I don't know if I can outswim the Gamage.
What?
So here I write my final message. Bare naked muscles will save the world. And don't waste time on the Paintress.
Huh.
Aim for the bottom of the monolith.
I mean, he's not wrong, but now I just have that dude from Fullmetal Alchemist stuck in my head. Was it Armstrong and the Armstrong family? Okay. Party Digimon. Oh, when I do New Game Plus, Lav, that is what I'm doing. They're either going to be Digimon or they're going to be Pokemon. Major Armstrong. Okay, so it was Armstrong. Oh, buddy. That's Verso. That's Verso. They made this whole thing about him being a pianist. That's Verso. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Eventually, yeah. Eventually I am going to do a New Game Plus. But it won't be soon. We have other games to play. Thought there'd be something here.
An advantage.
Now, there will be a New Game Plus in the future, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Oh, boy. This is beautiful. Oh, come on, game! That's not fair! Oh my god, that is not fair! That's the painting from the beginning of the game with Gustav and Sophie. That's not fair, game. Yeah, it is right in the feels, actually. Like, I walked in, I'm like, wait. That actually has me tearing up a little bit. Just... Oh. That's not fair, game. That's not fair. Oh, I'm sure someone's already done it, Lav. Huh. See, that's the fun of watching other people play it, Banu. That is the fun of watching other people, is sometimes they see things you don't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm convinced that's Verso. And yeah, the hat's the same as the kid. Oh, man. Just react at certain things, yeah. I still think my favorite moment of that happening to me was when I was playing Portal, and we had that speedrunner that was in chat watching, and I did something with a chair to bypass a puzzle, and the speedrunner was like, why didn't I think of that? Like, you would think a speedrunner would have, like, every in and out of a game, and I did something they had never seen before. And I don't want to leave this spot. We'll say this, Sandfall, you know how to set the scene. You know how to set an epic scene. This is epic.
Nevrons from the Axon Islands. What are they doing here?
Like Axon's their papa's creations, not Claire's.
Oh, they're not gonna last long. Okay, right on the keys and not say, yeah, exactly, Bunny Fizz, exactly. Those speedrunners are up the normies. Yeah, well, and I am definitely a person that thinks outside of the box. And sometimes that's a detriment because I'll try to solve a puzzle in the most difficult way possible.
The dance begins.
Can you just kill this thing? Almost. I bet you if I had done it on her first round, she would have killed it in one shot. And again, full disclosure, I am playing this on story mode, but that's not affecting the amount of damage that I do. My damage output is the same. The enemies just do less damage to me. So even on story mode, I'm OP. Deal with you in a moment. What else is down here? It's definitely worth, even in this last section, it's worth exploring everything. Oh, you seem hostile. Yeah, you are hostile. Crap. Oh, you're a flyer. Oh, that's fine. Immune to that. Not immune to sword. Poor Verso is just like, why am I even here anymore? Poor Verso.
Good stuff.
Healing stun, nice. Yeah, poor Verso is just kind of here at this point. That sounded like a mime. He is definitely there for moral support. Yeah, exactly, Bunny Fist. You know, I'm kind of enjoying one-shotting things with my L. There's a certain pleasure to this. For some people like the challenge of a hard, toothy fight, I love the challenge of steamrolling. Utter annihilation is my happy place, apparently.
Perfect.
Oh, nice. I already had that Picto. Interesting that I'm finding Pictos that I already have.
Yeah.
God, you don't have an AoE attack. Oh, wait, you do. Wonder if this will kill everybody.
Prepare for annihilation.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Banu? I was actually going to try Renoir without using skills. At least for the start of the fight. Just to see how much damage I can just do. I was already thinking about doing that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Renoir without skills, though. Like, I'm OP, but I don't think I'm that OP. Who knows? Maybe I am. That's funny. Renoir Grimraj the stream. Alright, one sec, y'all. I don't know why I have drops like that. So let me know Twitch when we're back, because I think I went down just on Twitch, not YouTube. Oh, wait, maybe I went down on YouTube too. Interesting. Just let me know when we're back. I know I'm back on YouTube. Let me know back when I'm back on Twitch. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea, friends, why it's doing that, because OBS is not throwing up any errors or anything at me. Like, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't even know that that happened unless you said something. Because OBS is not telling me that it's crashing. Which is very interesting. Because you would think if there was a problem. Yeah, I am, Theo. And I wonder if that's starting to cause problems. Probably.
What's that?
Mael?
Let's go.
Yeah, I am doing Restream, so I can be on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and maybe that's what's causing the problem. Oh, yet another reason to move on to Meld. I'm just waiting for them to get more integrations. Giving me a lot of stuff that I don't need right now, game, but I think that's because I just put the effort in before getting here. Maybe I should continue. Maybe. I should continue. Continue what? Forever. Forever. Boy has gone silent. Interesting.
Nice.
Really? That's all you're gonna give me hidden behind a wall is chroma? Rude. What? Send that to me on Discord, Theo, because I don't know what that is. And that is the first I am hearing about that. Because I will be honest, the only reason I'm restreaming to YouTube is because then it automatically logs my VODs. That's the only reason. The only reason I am on YouTube is for archival purposes and so I have an established YouTube channel in case Twitch goes insane.
Well,
Yeah, welcome on in,
that
Sage.
will
Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome to the finale, my friend. And one final vendor, really. For all the mess that's been happening, I was the only one curious enough to make the journey here. This place is sad. Yeah, it is. Fight the merchant. My owl. Now, if there is Theo, I could do that. Thanks for the distraction. Now let me sell you the real goods. Please do. 25% increased damage on full health. Yeah, we'll just buy that on principle. We could buy 3 more colors of Lumina, so we will. Some weapons that I don't have. Weapons that I do have. Not as much good stuff as I was hoping. But I'll take that full strength Picto. Yeah. Oh, do we want to do that? You know, we could learn that full strength Picto really quick and do even more damage. I'm kind of tempted. All I need to do is find a flag and then we just reset by resting. We want to learn that Picto really quick, chat. That might be fun. And then I would do even more damage on normal attacks. Yes. Alright, so we need to backtrack to a flag then. 'Cause I have a feeling... Well, maybe not. Is there a flag up
Papa
here?
is somewhere past the gardens.
There's a flag right there. Oh, we're going to. There's a flag right there. So as long as there's enemies around... Actually, no, I can fast travel. Let's go to the Shattered Alley. Alright, so 4 battles. 4 battles and we'll learn that attack. This is ridiculous. Yeah, let's do even more ludicrous amounts of damage. What was the name of that? Pretty high level one. Greater Powerless? No. Anti-burn? No. Break Specialist? No. What was it called? Combo attack, critical weakness. Quick break. Time tint. Energizing rush, shielding death. There was a lot of Pictos I never bothered learning. Base shield. Energizing break. Dancing cleanse. Protecting heal. What is it called? I'm really sure it's not this far down the list. Oh no, it is! Full strength, level 16. Alright. Toss that on so he learns it. And once he learns it, we'll back up and then give it to everybody. I always need to find some things to fight. Come on, give me some things to fight. We only need 4 fights. Come on, give me 4 fights. That's all I need. There's 1. One fight. Goodbye. So that's 1. Come on. It's the flag again. I mean, we could just go knock on that one guy 4 times. We know where he is. I immediately probably took the wrong direction. There's 2. Oh, procrastinating at its finest, right, chat?
Prepare for annihilation.
Procrastinating at its finest. So that's 2. I would not have to go back to that flag and save every time, but we might have to. Big guy doesn't reset back here. But you're over here. This is 3.
Prepare for annihilation.
3. 1 more, and then we learn the Picto. And then I gotta rejigger my characters to have enough AP that they actually can all equip that attack. I really do wonder if we can take out Renoir without using any skills. If we're really that OP, I will laugh. I will absolutely laugh if we are really that OP. Alright, and that's 4. We'll learn the Picto now. I'm actually kind of amused that there are so many Pictos that I never bothered mastering. I think I got them and, like, immediately forgot about them or something. Alright, full strength learned. So let's go back to the flag. We'll teleport back to the area we're supposed to be in. And then go from there with reconfiguring characters. Mirror Gardens. Alright. Hey, welcome on in, Ramon. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? How are you doing, my friend? Alright. So, Verso, I want you to put... what did you have on? Survivor, I think it was? Fairly sure you had Survivor on. Good. And that brings you back up to your 124 crit rate. Not that it needs to be that high. Doing good, having a good mark. Well, that's good to hear. That is very good to hear, Ramon. We are slowly making our way towards the end battle of this. So, you know what's sad, chat? I already forgot the name of that Picto. But I would think that that's an offensive Picto. So what is it called? You know, it's like a level 16, too. You know, it might be easier to see it this way. it's low in the list. Level 16. It's not painted power. Full strength. Okay, full strength is the one that we want. So how expensive is it? It's probably like 30 points. 15 points, that's it? Oh, game. Oh, game. It's only 15 points? Why? Why is it that cheap? Oh, game. Alright. So, we'll pull off Burn Affinity and Burning Death. We'll give him full strength. Now, Mael, we'll pull off Burning Death. And yeah, pretty much Bunny Fist. Could just take off that too. Still needs 6 points. I guess we'll just take off warming up. Alright, so now we're gonna turn on full power. Full strength. And Minoko. Rid of Burning Death, Burning Shots. Empowering Parry, and probably have Dodger. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Bunny Fist. Oh, 5. This game is very good about tugging on your heartstrings. Like, 100%, this is really good at tugging on your heartstrings. Alright, let's do a savey save. And onwards. Now, the funny thing is now my characters do max damage at full health or when they're dying. That is the duality of my characters, is that they either do ridiculous damage at full power, or they do ridiculous damage when they're dying. Because Verso is honestly his strongest when he is only at 1 HP, which is hilarious. Viable build, though. Okay, there's nothing else to explore. I have butterflies in my stomach right now. Straight up, I have
I can't sustain the expedition as much longer.
Matt, we need to defeat them fast.
Poor Mael, I'm kind of torturing you by, like, going down every side path I can. Yeah, whatever. Not worried about you guys. And I've noticed, too, the game is doing a lot more piano tracks at the end. And I wonder if that's indicative of Verso being a pianist. I thought I saw something over here. Gimme. keep hoping it's like another cool picto, and it's always like a recoat or something silly.
My father's been extra inspired.
The most enticing challenge.
I agree, Minoko. Let's see if we can take this guy down with normal attacks. This should be fun. Dead.
This will hurt.
Almost dead.
Bit of violence, yes.
Dead.
What issues?
Almost dead.
Big.
Oh my god.
This will hurt.
Oh my god. Really? Always play twice in a row, but deal 50% less. Why would you do that? Actually, that would be pretty useful if you were doing a break build. If you're doing a break build, that would actually be extremely useful for doing break damage. You know, I could have used that in the Simon fight.
Interesting.
Grumble, grumble. Could have totally used that in the Simon fight game.
Papa's over there. And the chroma we need to bring back Lumiere.
Even I can sense him.
Oh.
We'd better make sure we're ready.
Oh, that is my favorite kind of message to get in a game. The "Are you sure?" The "We better make sure we're ready" has just told me that this is the final fight. Maybe. Oh man, I'm both excited and terrified how this is going to go. Like, straight up, I'm excited about this final fight, but at the same time, I'm kind of terrified.
What have we here?
Alright, I don't think there's any other goodies down here that I can find. I think we've explored the gardens. No, there's one more thing. Probably just chroma.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done, friends. So, are we ready for this? Does everyone have their tissues ready? Because I have a feeling this is going to be very full of feels. And no joke, chat. My stomach is flipping right now. I am both excited and just very nervous about this, and I don't know why. Well, yes, you do know why. Sign of a good game is that, like, you're anticipating the end. Sign of a very, very good game. Yeah, Leroy Jenkins. No, we are not going to Leroy this. If anything, I'm overly cautious. Although I kid you not, chat, half of our raid night last night in 14 was Leroy Jenkins. None of us were really paying attention. It was a fun raid night, but it was definitely Leroying. Oh boy. Alright, friends. I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be mean to you all. I'm actually gonna go take a fast washroom break and run some ads so we don't get ads during this fight. So take this opportunity to get up and stretch. I'm gonna do some wall-ups and mentally prepare myself for this. So yeah, this is the final fight. Maybe. Who knows? This game has thrown me for a curve before. But yeah, get up and stretch, my friends. Grab drinks, grab snacks. And we will be back after these messages. All right. We're back. Put my headphones back on. All right. As was wisely said, it all comes down to this. Get a peek. Peek at what, Theo? Here we go.
Papa?
Boy.
Alicia.
Please. I just want you to understand what this canvas means to me.
I do understand. I know how powerful and intoxicating it is. How deeply attached we can become to the worlds we pour our hearts and souls into.
No worry, mind the matter. Have a good day.
And it nearly killed me.
It doesn't mean you have to erase Verso's canvas.
Child, do you think I want to? After all the sorrows we've endured, do you really think that I want to destroy this last piece of his soul?
Then don't.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices. We do what we must.
Grief often blinds us, and we make choices we can never take back.
You grieve for two.
I grieve for many.
The choices of parents leave indelible marks upon their children. But ultimately, the voices in their head have to be their own. You cannot set the boundaries of their life for them.
Oh.
After the fire, you wanted me to find new joy in life.
She did.
And I tried. But I couldn't. Verso died because of me. How do I get from that to joy?
Child, it will get better, I promise you. But this is not the way. Your friends speak truth. And it changes nothing.
You have no right to dictate how she
You can
grieves.
hate me. But that's a choice I must make. As your father, I must look out for you.
Not your choice.
Especially when you can't look out for yourself.
You treat me as if I'm still 5.
I treat you as if the shadow from the worst day of our lives is going to suffocate you and take you from us too! Enough. I said enough.
Soon. Oh, that's a response, Mael. Mael has made her choice. He is. He really is, Melina. And I understand him wanting to protect his daughter, but this is not the way. Yeah, exactly, Bunny Fist. Oh boy. And yes, exactly, Cog. All right. All right. Here we go. Now, I have been challenged. The gauntlet has been thrown down to take Renoir down without using abilities. I will acquiesce to this for 1 round. I will bow down to this request for 1 round. Oh dear God, is it a representation of that? Does she though? Does she though? Like, you can have both. You can have both. And the thing is that the canvas is more than just numbing her pain. The existences within the canvas are real. They're sentient. They're thinking. So it's basically genocide if you destroy the canvas. And she doesn't have to stay in it. She can leave once the canvas has been saved. It's a complicated question. And I'm sorry, as someone who has dealt with major grief in their life, no one can tell you how to deal with your grief. All they can do is be there to support you. God, I would disagree though. Banu. I think she wants the canvas and to live outside. The canvas is her escape, and everyone needs an escape for a little bit. The problem is when the escape becomes an obsession. Alright, anyway, we're gonna try Renoir 1 time without using abilities. I'll give you that. We'll try him once with no abilities just to see how much damage we can do. But if I can't get him with no abilities once, then we'll switch to just annihilating him with abilities. Okay. Irene rescues Renoir. Okay. That's fine.
Stop this insanity. It's time to go home.
Well, we just skipped phase 1.
I do love a challenge, but this is beginning to irk me.
Fuck. He keeps regenerating.
Maybe we focus on the axons first.
Oh, that looks fun.
No, she can't.
Who? Is the paintress back? Oh no! He's not supposed to be back.
You're going to kill yourself. It's too soon for you to return to any canvas.
I will check it, Mer, because I changed it, but we had a stream crash, so it might have gone back. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll fix it. Once we're out of the cutscene, I'll fix it. What is she doing? What? think we pissed off Renoir. I love the fact the end of his sword is a paintbrush.
A bit of violence, yes.
Love you playing Peak Game of the Year. Yeah, I agree in Evolution. And hopefully I said your name correctly. Pardon me 1 second, though, because I have to fix my Strem title again. That should be saying Clair. There. Okie dokie! Okay.
Why, yes, I love a dance.
Okay, so that's a little bit... Hold on. How can you be this selfish, Aline? Ah! You know, I didn't... Oh, it's the family portrait. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that, Daichi, but it is kind of funny. I did do a full season of this, didn't I? No. No skills. You've been challenged. No skills.
Let's have some fun. Maximum damage.
Oh my. Okay, sure.
Aside, the canvas is killing you both.
Okay.
Not this time!
Ooh, what? It changed her costume. Oh, the music! Wow. Now, the only question is, how much of that fight did I not see? Because I just annihilated him. But I guess this is my reward. This is my reward for Simon. A lot? Yeah, I figure, Jindal. I'll have to do the fight again with some adjustments so I don't just murder him. Yeah, I have built a broken group of characters here. But I had to beat Simon. Simon was a beast.
Ironic. Your mother was the one who saved me when I lost myself in a canvas.
Huh.
She taught me how to safely use our gift. How to soar without flying too close to the sun.
Wow.
We painted hundreds of canvas worlds, pushing the very boundaries of creation.
Hope she's not dead.
And she never let me forget that every day we spent here has a price. Yet, here we are now.
So trust her. If she's doing this, then...
I trust what she taught me. This is not a game. You think you know what's at stake, but you don't.
I know precisely what's at stake. You want control. You want to feel like you're doing something. You couldn't save Verso, you want to save us, except you're not. Destroying the canvas won't help us move on. It'll just deny us the one place that helped us feel again.
Yeah.
67 years. 67 years I spent trapped within the monolith. But I persisted.
Long time.
I persisted. Do you know why? Do you know why I cannot leave her or you behind? This is what I see every day. I cannot spend another day with living corpses. Since the fire, our family has crumbled. Aline in the canvas. Clair fighting a solitary war. You, a living ghost.
What tragedy.
Verso's death broke us. Want it to be fixed. I need it to be fixed. I cannot lose you too.
Don't you see? That's how I feel about them. I can't lose them either. I've lost too much. Papa, see? I've lost so much.
We both lost so much.
Papa, I don't want to lose you either. I'm not leaving you forever. Just a little longer.
I want to trust you, but
Trust her.
You can.
keep the light on for you.
Nice.
I hope you find peace. Hold on to each other.
He's out of the campus. Back in the real world. Or so. Can't do that.
Verso!
I'm sorry.
What did he just do? How? What? What just happened? Is he like in between campuses now? Okay, this is the paintresses area. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Okay. All right. It's time to stop painting. Faded Kid is Verso. Another cutscene. Yeah, I do. I do actually, Daichi. Yeah. I think the child is Verso.
Hi.
You're tired of painting, aren't you? I'm tired too.
Oh, Verso.
That's... You shouldn't be able to be here.
Mamon's gift.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
See things as they are. Not how you want them to be.
What?
You lied to your father.
What?
No.
He saw it too.
Huh.
But he wanted to believe. You're going to die here. Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
The moment I leave, Papa will erase this canvas.
This is not worth your life.
What life? My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
You're my El. No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
But everything I want is here. Here I have a chance to live, Verso to live. Up there I merely exist.
I mean, can't blame her.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Stop quoting Papa!
It's time to stop painting.
Yeah, you're right, Bunny Fist.
Verso!
Mom,
Papa also said, hold on to each other.
Old friend, you've traveled miles, spinning in circles. Your blind eyes saw
Hey, welcome on in, Aurora. Welcome in, welcome in.
I'm sorry.
Beware spoilers. We're thick in them right now.
but it's time to say goodbye until next life.
Good choice, Aragon, telling me to put them in white. Side the fate of the canvas. What? Oh, God. Oh. Oh, boy. Canvas has become her obsession. See, I disagree. I disagree, Banu. I feel the canvas has become her freedom. I feel like the canvas has become her freedom. I mean, when you're... Yes, it will hurt the people outside if she stays in the canvas, but like she said, in here she's able to live. She's not disfigured, she's not disabled. She can talk, she can live her life. Outside of the canvas, as she said, she's a shell of her person. So I can kind of understand why Mael doesn't want to destroy the canvas. I mean, it would be like if you gave someone who was in a car accident the ability to walk again. What would you choose? Like, if you were a person that was like an athlete, you got into a car accident and it paralyzed you from the waist down, but someone gave you the option of you can walk again, what would you choose? And it's the impossible choice, is what it is. This entire game is the impossible choice. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Mahanu. It's the impossible choice, because there is no right answer. She can choose for herself or she can choose for Renoir. But if she goes back, she's going to be miserable for the rest of her life. If she stays, she'll be happy, but Renoir will be sad. There's no right answer. Yeah. There is no right answer to this. I'd like to see both endings, but I don't know if that's... The arbor in this case is that you have the option to do the thing that you lost, but it's more or less living a dream rather than real life. Yeah. Yeah, it is the impossible choice. Yeah. Well, and I will be honest. And I think some of chat might actually be surprised by this. That's my choice. Life of imprisonment from injury, the life of freedom from imprisonment. Well, yeah, there is no right answer. Very much the same decision that Aline made. It is. It really is. And to be honest, if this was a choice that I was making, like, actually, like, for reals, I'd fight as Verso. Although, honest question for those who have played this before, can we see both endings? Because I'd like to go for the quote-unquote good ending, but I don't think there is a good ending to this game. I think they're both endings. Questions. At some point in the future, was or was a... Yeah, exactly, Cog. But yeah, even through all of this, fighting tooth and claw to save the canvas, even after all that, I still want to fight as Verso. I think it's the right answer. Like, I am a person that would rather live the pain of reality than the lie of a dream. Yeah. Yeah, but this is a pure crafty thing. Okay, good. We'll do both endings then. This is a pure crafty thing, and it makes me uncomfortable as all... It's a pure crafty thing, and it makes me uncomfortable to reflect upon myself like that. But yeah, I would rather live the pain of life than the joy of a lie. Best way to heal is to let go of the past and use that tragedy to launch yourself towards... Yeah. Introspection hurts. I'll drop the last thing, Argon. Introspection does hurt. But that is just the kind of person I am, is that I would rather face the pain of reality than the lie of a dream. That's rough, though. That's rough. Oh, man. Oh. Yet again, this is what makes a good game, is when you can relate to it in ways that I don't feel comfortable talking about. Alright. So we're gonna do both endings. We'll start, yeah, well, I'm glad. I'm glad, Jindal. Otherwise, I'd be doing some save scumming to back up the save to get both endings. But yeah, let's start this off with Verso. Sometimes a lie is all you have to... Some people. Better a lie you can live with than a hell you can't. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Melina. And there have definitely been times in my life where I have chosen the pain of reality and regretted every moment of it. There are times that I wish I had chosen the lie of a dream. But there are decisions that you can't go back with. You live with those consequences. Okay, I need to do this before I, get really emotional here. Alright, fight as Verso. I wonder if I can do this without abilities. I doubt it. We'll try it without abilities, but I think I'm probably going to die. Because Mael is, ridiculously powerful. Yeah, this is weird. I don't like this. Or I can just one-shot her. That works, too. Oh, man. Is that a music record I just got? Our drafts collide? Yeah. Great quote there, Cog. Great quote. And yeah, I wasn't going to use skills. This is a fight that I can't lose. Not with that little damage. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a victory. This is bittersweet. I knew it was going to be. I knew this would be bittersweet. Sorry, Mael. It had to be done. Sorry.
Don't do this. Don't leave me again.
He has to.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this incredible power to paint. You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want.
You can make her own painting, that is true.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
She can make a world that has Verso in it. It just won't be his. I'm not crying, you're crying. Finally free. Yeah, I know, Lab, I know. Of course, those two came through, too. Oh. Yeah, exactly, Aragon.
I will miss you guys.
Oh, man. I don't know how to interpret that look. I can't tell if she's mad or she understands. They're gonna do this with every character, aren't they? Oh, yeah, they are. They're gonna do this with every character. Damn! Oh, Luna is so pissed. After all that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's over. Versa.
All that. I knew he was. The time you see the child in the painting, it's Verso. Wow. Oh, man. Wow. Epilogue. Life to love. There's the mansion.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent dans le creux de nos mains. Deux mondes se dessinent.
And my flowers, of course.
L'un peint de rêve,
Celine.
où le chagrin s'efface. L'autre nu et réel,
Aww.
où notre
And
deuil
she's got the SK
prend
now.
place. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles, où tout commence, rien ne finit.
Yeah, very true, Lab. Very true.
Les liens restent éternels dans le dessin. Toile vierge, horizon lointain. Peignons ensemble
Maybe now they can start to heal.
les couleurs de demain. Au clair obscur, œuvres infinies. Chaque pas trace la route d'une vie. Au lendemain,
I'm not surprised it hits hard the second time. This just hits.
sous les étoiles, où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans les trains du destin, les liens restent éternels dans
He painted
le
with your heart. That
dessin.
hurts. Oh, it is very satisfying. Do not disagree at all. And I feel like this is the true ending. I wouldn't say it's a good ending, but it's definitely the end. It's interesting. Not all of them gramage into red. Some of them gramage white. That's a sign of a good game there, Cog. Yeah. No, this is like the ending of Breath of Fire 4. There is no good ending. There's a true ending, and then there's an ending. Wow. Also, I'm very amused, chat, because Yuki came up. Yuki came up and decided to jump up in my lap and headbutt me a couple of times and not do her usual shenanigans. Stinking cat knows that I'm emotional right now. Yeah, 100%. 100% Cog. She's like, why are you crying? Because video games. I have said this before, and I will say it 1,000 times more. This is not just a video game. This is art. Anyone who says that video games are a waste of time does not understand. Like, holy crap. That is a journey. White roses are a sign of purity or innocence. Yeah, and that would make sense why some of them gramage white. Oh, and you know what, Lav? A lot of times, too, they help you work through emotions that you don't want to work through. Ah. No, they really should be. I agree, Melina. They really, really should be. But yeah, that was an absolutely gorgeous game. Absolutely just top tier. Pure art, top tier game there. One just one of those times that there really aren't words for it. Like straight up, there's just not words for what just. No, I hope it is, Melina. I hope it is. I have a fear, though, that Silksong is going to get it. I have a great fear that Silksong is actually going to get Game of the Year now, since it came out this year. But in my opinion, I think Silksong is one of the few games that could. Silksong is one of the few games that could get this off of its throne. Now, and they list everyone. Interesting. They didn't. Well, I guess they didn't have to mocap Sophie. Interesting. She had 2 performance captures. SK, voice. Verso, Ben Star. My boy. Noko, voice. 2 voice. Oh, yeah, duh. Just absolutely amazing. Sorry, I am missing stuff in chat right now because I'm trying to pull something up in the background. So I forgot to turn this on this morning. Unless you want to grab a cabbage. Under. If this isn't Game of the Year, it'd be incredibly disappointing. I would too. The only game I can think of kicking this off of Game of the Year pedestal would be Silksong. Starlight the ending. No, we're not going to do that, Banu. We're going to play the other one, but we're going to wait until the end of credits. I'm going to take a break, and then we'll do the second ending. Anything a single person wants to put a lot of time into a hard to. Yeah, well, I agree. I 100% agree, Lab. And, for the final time, we're going to put that into chat. final time that I hit the capture limit. There we go. That is the final time that I will be putting that out, because this was a review stream, and the lovely people over at Sandfall did let me have a copy of this to show off to you all, and I am very pleased that they let me show you the entire game, and that I didn't have to stop at a certain point. I don't have words for this game, but this is definitely, at this point in time, I can probably say this is my personal game of the year. Like, 100%, this is my game of the year. This was absolutely an amazing journey, and I'm kind of sad that it's over. Very sad that it's over. But yeah, we're going to wait to the end of the credits, my friends. After credits, we're going to take a quick break, so Crafty can go compose herself, and then we'll do the second ending to the game. Because I would love to do it on a different day, but if we do it on a different day, we'll never see it. So we'll do credits, and then we'll dive into the second ending, which is just going to be a giant bunch of cutscenes. Oh, in memoriam. That's sad. I'm also kind of curious if they have game babies, because they usually have those. But yeah, this is definitely in my top 10, well, top 5. Easily top 5, if not my favorite game of the year. I'd have to look at what other games we've played this year to compare and contrast. But this is, no surprise, more than likely my favorite game of the year, if not second. Just wow. Just wow. There really are no words for that, and I'm sad that the journey is over. I can guarantee you, though, chat, there will be a new game plus of this at some point, where we can do some, where we can do some kind of silly things in the future. Like, I know there's a mod out there to turn everyone into Digimon or Pokemon, so that might be a thing that happens at some point. Yep, production babies. There we go. Only 2. Oh my god, one of the production dogs is named Monoko. That's amazing. See a lot of games here, so put this number on my game of the year. Bunny, yeah. Anui approved. Yeah. I cannot think of any game that would trump this right now. Legit. I don't know any game that trumps this. And I look forward to the next game from Sandfall. I very, very, very much look forward to the... Oh! Oh, come on. I gotta screen cap that. I hope that I actually screen capped, otherwise I'll have to catch it again sometime. The top of my emotional run sobbing so hard I gotta hate. I understand, Bunny Fist. I understand. 100% I understand. So this should put me right before the decision, maybe? Let's see. Oh, it saves you here. Okay. Interesting. It saves you here. All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We will resume this in a moment, chat. So, again, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to take a quick break here. I suggest that everyone get up, stretch, clear your head a little bit, because, yeah, that was a roller coaster there. That was 100% a roller coaster. And then we will go do the second ending. Whew. Yeah, that's a trip. But yeah, take a couple minutes, friends. Go take care of yourselves. Get some fresh air, drinks, snacks, stretch. Clear your head a little bit, because, yeah, that was extremely emotional. So take the time you need. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, we're back now. Oh, based on the chats from Melina and Bunny, I'm guessing the end of the game was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, mind a matter. You have a good day, Roy. I probably missed you heading out because I took a little bit longer of a break. But you have a good day, my friend. But yeah, it was good. It was good, mind a matter. We did the true ending first. Now we're gonna do the other ending really quick. The quote unquote, I don't even say that it's the bad ending, it's just the other ending. Not the bad ending, it's just the other ending. But yeah, we're gonna go do that one really quick. Yeah. Give it about another 15 minutes, mind to matter. Because we are gonna go do the other ending because I want to get both the endings done today. Because to come back to this, I don't think I'll be mentally prepared to come back to this for a while if I leave it today. Nope, I get it. I totally get it, mind the matter. Why is it just Verso?
Let's have some fun.
That's weird. I think I know why. There. Alright, let's try that again.
This will hurt.
Yeah, mine too. The white outfits are so pretty.
Time for me.
Let's shut. This will hurt.
The canon ending and then there's a non-canon ending. Yeah. And I would suspect that this is the non-canon ending that we're going towards right now. That would make sense that this is the non-canon ending. I do appreciate the fact, too, that they give you the option of just going right back into it without having to, without having to do, like, a different save or something like that. I think the non-canon ending is not going to be nearly as poignant. I think the non-canon ending is going to be disappointing compared to what we just witnessed. And as much as I am thinking about ending Strem early today, chat, I can't leave it on an emotional note like that. So think about what we can do for about an hour after we do this. Think about what we can do after this for a little bit. I don't know if we want to go back into the Time Stranger. I don't know if we want to go back into Digimon Time Stranger for a little bit. Yeah, we could boot up. We could boot up Whimsy. Okay. So how do I get the second ending? Because it looks like Salvador Dali. You're not wrong. Okay. So how do we get the second ending? Because there should be a fight right here, but there isn't. So how do I trigger the second ending? This is the outside of the gardens. Yeah, you only get one save file, Mur. That's why I'm slightly confused. You only get one save file in this game. I'm not quite sure, unless that circle up there is where we need to go. That looks like something. Maybe I just went to the wrong spot. I didn't... Yeah. Yeah, I was told that you can go back to get the other ending.
The dance begins.
What a choice.
Yeah, I was told that you can go back and get the second ending, but I'm not sure how to do it. Because this is where it should trigger the fight. Shouldn't there be another 3 save files? Are there? Maybe because I chose continue. Second or third save. Well, we'll try the third save, I guess. It might have already saved over that that sequence, though. Ah. Yeah, there's nobody here, chat. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, we can go back further than 3. Hold on. Let's try this one. There's more than 3 save files. It's probably not far enough. Let's try that one. No, that one. Okay, this is definitely back far enough, I think. I think this is far enough back that we're gonna get what I want. Yeah, because he's not there this time. Cool. Alright, I think we found it, chat. Now, I am going to skip all of the cutscenes before the choice, because I don't feel a reason to go through those same cutscenes again. I'm also going to use abilities to see how quickly... Actually, we don't even really need to use abilities anymore. It's just going to fall over. He is here, doing what needs to be done. I missed this kid last time. But I can't do anymore. Why can't you do it anymore? Yes, unless... No, maybe I should never stop, but... Always gone silent. Huh. Alright, well... Time for the feels, friends. Time for the feels. Like I said, we're going to kind of fast track to the choice. We're going to fast track to the choice. And then after that, I think we'll probably do a little bit more Time Stranger. I want to see if I can just push him right to the end. Yeah, we totally just did. Swear to goodness, when we do New Game Plus, I'm gonna have to turn up the difficulty.
Time to go home.
When we do New Game Plus, we're gonna have to turn up the difficulty. Because this is ridiculous.
This selfish Aline!
Yeah, I wonder if this would look different if I hadn't put the portrait back up in the mansion, too. We did a really good job of kind of ticking all the boxes to get here. I wonder what would be different if I hadn't put the portrait back up in the house. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. My bot for this fight is still up. Hopefully it is, Jindal. Hopefully it is.
Maximum damage.
Fine, Remor doesn't need to be stunned anymore.
Touch that.
We're pretty much just killing time until it's his turn again. But yeah, I wonder how much dialogue we missed just because I murdered him. I don't know if I will play another game this epic. Ever. Like, seriously. I don't know if there's another game out there that's this epic. Although, I'll open the floor. I'll open the floor to chat. If you know of a game that's as epic as Clair, please tell me. That's a shame, Jindal. Also, we didn't actually search this area last time. I don't think there's anything in here besides the obvious. Oh, MVP. Yeah. I'm torn between Mael and Verso being my favorite character. 9 souls. Alright. Alright, this time we fight as Mael. Yeah, I've heard 9 souls is really good, as is, what's that other one that's Motorcycle-vania? Laika? Do you play as the coyote on a motorcycle? Yeah, I've heard that one's also pretty epic. I'm sorry, Verso. Maybe you have to get that one next time. Maybe you have to do that one next time, Argon. Alright. Well, let's see what the other ending is. I don't think this one's going to be nearly as emotional as the first one, though. That first one just hurt. Sorry, Verso. Yeah, that's fair.
Please, I beg you. Stop him from painting.
Don't say that. Please, don't say that.
Man. This is emotional in a completely different way.
Please, listen to me. Only you can do this. You can do this, please. Unpaint me. Unpaint me.
So,
Please. I don't want this life.
stop saying
I
that.
don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I just wanted to live this lifetime together. This lifetime that was stolen from us. Please. Bro. Please.
I don't want this life.
Man.
Help me. Help me.
Oh, I'm glad we did the other one first because this one actually hurts a lot worse.
If you could grow old, would you find a reason to smile?
Life to paint. Huh. Everyone's dressed in white now. Cascade, you're weird. Huh. The other ending is so much better than this one. Yeah. The other ending is so much better than this one. Yeah, seriously, Melina. Yeah, no. Other ending is far superior. The other ending is far superior to this one. I will say, though, that scene with Verso, that hit really hard. That hit really, really hard. Nice touch there with the reflection of a tear. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely not the good ending. That is definitely not the good ending. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not the good ending. Yeah, pretty much, Daichi, pretty much. It's a farce. Like, it's not what Mael actually truly wanted. It's hollow. Yeah, no, that first ending was far superior, but I will say that little sequence with Verso, that hits so hard. I did not think the bad ending would get me crying, but it did. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She regretted her decision, Argon. The thing is, though, I wonder if she could have gone back and told the kid to not paint, but she wasn't strong enough to do it. But yeah, that was... Ooh. It's a title screen theme, yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no, we don't. We don't want this. We've watched the credits once. Now I should have the option to do a new game plus. I know, we'll go to Expeditioner. Yeah, they are. They really are. Although, I will say this. They have a lot. They have a lot that they can still do with this. But it's fun. Yeah, that's true. No, to turn this off for now. So how do you do a new game plus? I'm just curious here. Maybe it only gives you the option of new game plus if you do the good ending. Unless I missed a setting there. Which I might have. Because I am a potato. Oh, crap. Turn the title screen. So, new game. Yeah, overwrite that save. Yeah, that's fine. From overwriting the correct one. Okay, tutorials, text language, audio language, master. I'll tell you this, though. When we're doing a new game plus, I'm going to do it in French. New game plus is the existing file, actually. Oh. Really? Look, visit the Endless Tower if you're looking for a challenge. It wasn't really a challenge, not at my level. Wasn't really a challenge at my level. There we go, new game plus. Alright, you're about to start a new game plus. In this mode, enemies and battles will be much harder. Exclusive rewards and loot also can be unlocked. You will keep your character progression and your inventory, but everything else will be lost. Oh, side quest progression, quest items, and relationship levels will be reset. Okay. Okay. So we'll leave that for another day, my friends. We'll leave that for another day. 'Cause, yeah, we're not starting a new game plus today. But good to know. I will have to make sure that I have that save file backed up because we'll probably revisit this in the future. Yeah, we're gonna do Time Stranger. At least for a little bit, we'll do Time Stranger. Because I need a palate cleanser. I don't know about y'all out there. I need something a little bit happy right now. I need something a little bit happy right now. Sweet Jeebus. I did not think the bad ending would hit me that hard. Oh, I did not expect the bad ending to also hit me that hard. Like, all all I can say, chat, about the bad ending, quote unquote, the bad ending, is yeah. Uh, sorry. Let me word. I'm not wording very well right now. I am not wording very well right now. Um